welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be answering some questions that we got about what we're doing for schooling. I had a couple people that was asking me, what am I doing with Elijah for schooling? We are currently doing homeschooling, and today I'm going to walk you through and show you the books that we're using and some of the activities and things that we're doing for school. So here we go. Moms that were asking me what company we use for homeschooling. The company that we use is called The Good and the Beautiful, and I'm going to show you some of the books that we ordered from them. Elijah's bringing some more of them over. On their website, The Good and the Beautiful's website, they have, not for every subject, but for math and language arts, you have your child do a little test, and it's not like a written test or anything. It's a couple questions that when I was on the website, for example, on my phone, I asked Elijah if he could identify, for example, for his age, could he identify all of the uppercase and lowercase letters? And if not, then you go with this book. And if he does know all of them already, then you go with the other book. And so they have a simple test like that to kind of guide you. Thank you, bud. Oh, boy. Oh, it fell all over the floor? Okay, his science book is not a book like this, and it fell all over the floor. Elijah's picking it up. Thanks, bud, for helping with that. And so for those two subjects, you take a test to help you to know what level of books to order for your child. And so the ones that you don't need to do that, I believe it was science because it's an elective, and then handwriting and some of the extra things like reading. So Elijah is 4, he's about to be 5, and so some of the things we're working on with him, they have these really cute handwriting books, all different ones on their website. So these are not that expensive. They're one of the more affordable things along with these beginners reading books, which I love these because Elijah is learning how to read certain words and things like that. So these little books are one of my favorite things that we ordered because they only have a couple words on each page, so it makes it really easy for the kids to learn. So this one, the bird is big. Very simple. And so this little set comes with 10 books, and I love this. You can read them at bedtime, and then when your child starts recognizing some of the words, they can begin to read them to you, and that's where we're at right now. I actually took some of the words from these books and put them on flashcards, so Elijah wasn't just memorizing what each page said by the picture only, but by the words, that he was recognizing, spelling those words out and reading those words. So we have our little homemade flashcards, I guess you could say, with some of the words from those books in here. He and all these words, so that I lay them out on the table and we play a game with them, and he has to see how many he can figure out without me telling him. And it's like a memory game, so he begins to memorize them, and then when we go to read the books, he recognizes those words and knows what they are, and he starts to read. And I was so amazed the day that he read.
Mommy, this is my name.
Very good. We're going to show in just a minute. I was so amazed the day that he read one of those books by himself. This is Elijah writing his name, the E-L-I-J. And what about the A-H?
Oh, yeah.
But back to these books. As I was saying, these are handwriting books. They have a part, it says part 2 here, but this doesn't say part 1. But they have different kinds.
Good, Mommy.
Very good.
I need to do H.
So this one is more about staying on the dotted lines. Okay?
Good, Mommy. I did my name.
Very good, bud. Staying on the dotted lines and shapes. It teaches them how to strengthen their handwriting. Their handwriting muscles. Look at Elijah's name. Very good, buddy. Very good.
No.
Here's one that we didn't do, the letter N, and has a little picture they can color. And then numbers, let's see. So here's the numbers. Here's some numbers that Elijah did. So this little book right here has numbers and letters mainly. The other ones have shapes and different, pictures and stuff for them to just practice staying on the lines, because that was the first step. But also we want to teach him how to write the letters and numbers. And so this book right here is the math book. And I love this book because it comes with this little box, which if I can grab it, sorry. It comes with this little wooden box, which I thought was adorable. And it says Math K, it's kindergarten level. They have different levels for each age. And what it is the reason I like it is I'm not just reading to Elijah out of a book, but it comes with these 3 little race cars. See these race cars right here? So 3 of these little race cars, and there's different activities in this book where I remember one of the pages you drive over in the picture, there's a hill, and you take one of the cars and the child drives over it, and they have to say out loud each number as they drive over it. So different activities to make it fun. So these are wooden dice, like number. So they have you, they have like the child where you can put like 1 plus, 1, and then an equals sign on the other one. So little math equations. And then you have these, which we haven't got that far to use these yet. I'm not sure yet what those are, but it's just another activity. And these are the counting sticks. So it's a lot of fun stuff for them, which I think is exciting, and it makes it fun to learn. So I keep everything in this little box here so we don't lose it. Here. These are the main books we're working out of right now. Math, language arts, handwriting, and beginner's reading. And so we're working on a lot of different things at once, and we don't do it all every day. We switch it up. So one day we'll do math. One day we'll do language arts, letters, things like that. One day we'll do handwriting and reading. So we switch it up. I like the language arts book because Elijah already knows all of his vowels. He didn't know those before starting. Elijah, what's your vowels?
A, E, I, O, U, sometimes I.
A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Because this book had a really fun game with the vowels that we were working on that the kids get to cut out with their own scissors. This is just a little pencil box we picked up for Elijah. He keeps his colored pencils, regular pencils.
Yeah, you got that also, right, Mommy?
Yes, and things like that. So this book has a lot of tracing letters in it.
Hey, Mommy, look!
Yeah, and I like this page because Elijah had to tell me, what does turtle start with, a T or an I? So it's T. What is horse? What is this a picture of?
I had to see this.
And what does this start with? Remember that? So horse starts with H. So it gets them familiar with what these pictures, what are these things, these objects, what do they start with? What letter? So he can learn what letter certain words start with. Here's the vowels, as you can see, A, E, I, O, U, and Y, and some lowercase names as well. And then, as our elective, we picked 2 electives. So we did space science, which we did not open yet, as you can see, because this is an elective. It's more for fun when you have extra time or you just want to do something different. And then we have another one, which right now is kind of out of order because it just fell on the floor, but it's another science book, and it teaches about the different kinds of insects and stuff, things like that, which Elijah loves all of that. So see, it has pictures, colorful pictures, and then we just find things that help, that you can add to this if you want to, but it's not mandatory. Like, every child is different. And so Elijah, I thought this would be cool for him. Elijah, come here. To learn more writing. With they have at the dollar store these little dry erase boards and dry erase markers with erasers on the top, so that he can draw on the boards like he did here, his name, and then erase it and draw again, and practice handwriting in a fun way. I'm always trying to find fun ways for him to do these things. So that is what we're doing right now. But some of the other questions that you might be wondering is why homeschool, or why did we choose this, or things like that. And so I wasn't brought up going to homeschool, and it's not that we have a problem with regular schooling or anything like that. We were actually trying to decide because this other really great private school contacted us. He was on a waiting list, and we had to make a decision if he would start that school in person or do homeschooling. And we just really felt like this was how God was leading us in our lives. And so I started meeting a lot of homeschooling moms at the park, and a lot more people are choosing this option since COVID happened. That's not the particular reason for us that we're choosing it. Back then, a while ago, it might have been one of the reasons, but that's not the whole reason anymore. I think it's more of just knowing your child and knowing what's best for them in every season. And so in this season of Elijah's life, I don't think that he needs to sit for long periods of time. Like for kindergarten, he would be there doing a whole day. And so I don't, believe at his age for him, and it might be different for other kids, every child's different, that he should be sitting down doing school for longer than 2 hours at a time. I think there should be like a space, or most days we do about 2 hours in the morning, because that's about his attention span. That's like, I noticed that when it's getting to be too much. And he learns a lot in those 2 hours. Honestly, it's enough for him, because I see the progress. If I wasn't seeing progress, I would be concerned. But he's learning. He can count to 30, which he couldn't before. He's doing simple math equations, like I said, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3, things like that. And he's 4 years old right now. He's going to be 5. He knows his vowels. He knows uppercase and lowercase letters. He's writing letters, and he's writing his name, and he's actually learning to read these books, which that was a huge one for me. The day, like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but the day I saw him pick up one of these books and read it out loud to me by himself, I was so happy. I was ecstatic. I was calling my mom, and I was rejoicing, because I never expected at 4 years old that he would be reading like that whole book, a whole little beginner's book by himself. So I am seeing progress. So 2 hours for him is plenty right now. Now that probably will increase maybe as he gets older. I don't know. And I don't know if homeschooling is going to be what we do forever. But right now, it's good for him. Another question you might be wondering is, well, shouldn't he be around kids? He's an only child. How is he socializing if he's getting homeschooled and he's not around kids? So my answer to that would be, yes, that's very important for a kid his age to be socializing and playing with other kids and being around other kids. So we find other ways to make that happen, since it's not happening with school. I bring him to the park when it's warm, when it's summer. I bring him twice a week so he can play with other kids, and I can call their moms that I know with kids his age to to play together. Also, we go to church on Sundays, and they have an awesome kids church, which is all kids in his age range that he gets to play and interact with there. And then also, we can go to the library sometimes and meet with people there. We actually have plans to meet with a kid his age, one of his little friends, Valentina. If you're watching, hi Valentina! Hi! We're actually meeting one of Elijah's friends, Valentina, at the library next week, and so we're excited about that. And then there was something else though. Oh, soccer! Yes, Elijah just started soccer and he loves it. So he has a whole team of kids there that he sees twice a week. We have practices twice a week and then games on Saturdays. So he is seeing a lot of kids, which is great. It's not every single day, like at school, but I believe he's being socialized enough to, be around kids enough for his age. I think he's getting what he needs with that. And then what else? I'm trying to think of any other questions. But we decided to go with the homeschooling because I felt like that it was best for us at this time. I love to teach. This isn't for everybody. There's not every mom or dad is going to feel like they're called to be their kid's teacher for school. It's just not for everybody. And so for me personally, I am the kind of person that I do love teaching. I love it, and so I love finding creative ways to help him, like those little flashcards we made together or games we come up with. But see, I love that. That's just me. I would rather work with him one-on-one and see his progress like I am, and him get my full attention, because sometimes I feel like in a whole classroom full of kids, it's hard to give your attention to just one kid, or and also another thing that I just remembered is every child's learning is different. So what I mean by that is the way that each child learns. Some kids learn audibly by what they hear, and that's the way they learn the best. Some kids need hands-on, like games and fun stuff, and are visual. Some kids need to actually see pictures and things like that. They learn best visually. And other kids, every kid is different. So there's audibly, by somebody reading to them, and that's their way, or visually by seeing pictures, seeing things, and then hands-on, things like that. So every child's learning is different. So you have to find for your child which way do they learn best. And so for Elijah, for example, he I would say is hands-on, making it fun for him, and not just reading. If I were just reading to him off of a page, he would lose interest very fast. So finding fun ways, creative ways, and hands-on. If he's doing it, if he's using those little cards, or he's putting those counting sticks to count them himself, and he's using those coins, things like that, that involve him doing it hands-on. That is for Elijah. That is the way he learns the best. So every child is different. So you have to find what works best for your child, what learning style they like. So those are my reasonings. I enjoy working with Elijah one-on-one. I enjoy spending this time with him. I think it's a wonderful bond, and I think that I'm able to see his progress. I'm able to work with him, where if I see something that he is struggling with, like math, or there's a couple words that he needs to learn, that it's just he's having, if he's having trouble memorizing a certain words, I can go and work with him and focus on those specific areas. I'm not on a certain schedule where I have to move too quickly, or we have to be on this by next week, or I'm not saying that's what the public schools do. I don't know, but I just know that for my son, I'm able to have the flexibility doing homeschool, that if I see something he needs to focus on for a couple more days and just focus on that, I have that flexibility to focus on those areas for him that will help him. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions, let us know in the comments.
Bye, guys.
Bye. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.